What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Citizens Bank. This is the green Citizens Bank. This is citizensbank.com. This is also a bank that's geo-restricted, so I'm actually using a VPN right now to connect to this. If you want a VPN, there's going to be a link to one in the description below. NordVPN, I believe it's 3 months free and 68% off. I don't know, it's like $2 a month. If you need to be using that for Elan Financial or something like Citizens Bank, which is geo-restricted, and you want to get intel or go ahead and apply, then that's one way that you would do it. Okay, regardless if you're in that state or not, you could actually make that work. But Citizens Bank is what we're going to discuss today. I've got the basics that I'm going to cover with you, and then we're going to go all the way into 2 case studies, and we're obviously going to do a health report on it. Cool. So Citizens Bank is not a credit union, but we can get similar intel that we can when we do the deep dives into the credit union. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here we are in the small business credit card section. Not a whole lot going on here. There's 2 cards. There's the Business Everyday Points credit card and the Business Platinum credit card. Now, these cards are insanely popular. That being said, some basic data points. First off, they pull Equifax FICO 9. Those data points you'll be able to find on walletmonkey.io under our master credit card lender list. It is completely free, and we've got all the up-to-date data on that. Next, they do not do well with brand new businesses, right? So if you're just starting out or you've got an LLC that isn't really that seasoned, you're gonna wanna wait until you got maybe 6 to 9, somewhere between 6 to 9 trade lines that are actually reporting, and you've got some history with, right? Wait for that, and then apply for a card like this. Kind of like how, the Sam's Club business card has its place, and many others have their place in the lineup. Well, this is one of those as well. So the Business Everyday Points and the Business Platinum, they both have the 0% for 6 months, and we have 2 people who in the month of October just recently got cards with them. So I'll share those case studies in just a couple minutes. Do you need a banking relationship? No. But I believe at the point of setting up the business cards, they will set you up with a checking account as well. And one person did it out of state for a Florida LLC. So the LLC was registered in Florida, and Florida's a good state, an okay state to register from. And they did it while physically being in California. So you can still make that happen, right? Which is why I brought up the whole VPN thing. In terms of locations, I was gonna search through this one by one, but I just paused and grabbed all the locations really quick. It is Michigan, Ohio, Florida, Rhode Island, Vermont, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Delaware, and New Hampshire, and probably a couple more. But anyways, handful of states that you can use to gain access to Citizens. And from what I've heard is, I've heard good things. And you'll be on your way to getting one of these business credit cards. So let's dive into the 2 case studies that I want to share. Here's the first one. This was from Reverend in the Discord. Been in the Discord since the very beginning, so shout out to the OGs. And here we go. They pulled EQ FICO 9. It was a soft pull, so keep in mind, again, both of these are soft pulls. And score was sitting at an 817, no DROGs on the business side, and has good history and low utilization. That's another important thing, is low utilization on the business side, and paying fitting into that good to great business credit score bracket, right? If you need to understand business credit better, then you're going to want to head on over to, you guessed it, walletmonkey.io, and we've got many pages set up explaining the core 3 business credit models, and then there's 9 others, and how they all work together, and you're probably gonna wanna know that and understand that. Okay, moving on. 22,500, congratulations, that's huge. Didn't even have an account open with them, got it on Monday. It was really, really quick. Second one is Mr. Credit Gems. I think shout out to you, my friend. I think he's like an Instagram dude. All right, I wanted to use this one because this is big. He talks about how he tried to do it at first, and then it didn't work, and then he came back and did it again, and then they didn't ask for POI. So again, are they going to ask for POI? I don't know. It's going to depend on your situation, but let me just share this one with you. All right, tried back in January, February of 2022 with a 2-month-old LLC. Personal was sitting at 780 on FICO 8, consisting of 6 primary credit cards, average 7 to 10K limits each, no enquiries, 1% utilization, youngest card from April 2021. Ran with 250K revenue, 120K net income. They asked for 3 months of bank statements, but he had a brand new business checking. Didn't even have 3 months of bank statements. So just figured, okay, let this one go, come back to it. Now, 11-month-old LLC has a paydex of 80, 7 trade lines reporting, business Equifax of 751, stated the same numbers, 250K rev, 120K net, and after 3 to 5 days, a couple phone calls clarifying questions about the business, marketing consultant in this case, they gave approval, no docs, got alerts of them pulling my biz cred, but no hard pull on Equifax personal. So again, it's a soft pull. This is for a little bit more of a seasoned profile, but I hope this is a great primer for you to be able to get some intel so that you can decide if you want to pull the trigger on this. Let's wrap up now with a quick credit report on the institution itself. So I'm over here on depositaccounts.com. I absolutely love this site. And you see, we can search credit unions and banks or just banks and credit unions separately. And so here are a look at the top 100 banks, by the way. These are like big boy banks. And you see all the way at the top, King Dog is Chase, then Bank of America, and Citizens of Rhode Island is right here, number 14. Now, just keep in mind something here for a second. This is sitting higher than HSBC, BMO Harris, Regions, American Express National Bank, USAA, Discover, a lot of big guys that you hear being talked about all the time as like top banks this, top banks that. You know, these lists really put that into perspective, especially with credit unions. You know, like Langley, I think is number 69 out of 100, right? Whereas Navy Fed is number 1, which is why we're always talking about Navy Fed all the time. But anyways, in this situation, today with Citizens, they are in fact number 14. So let's do a health check. All right, first off, we want to do a Texas ratio. 911 million in non-current loans and owned real estate with 26.11 billion in equity and loan loss allowances on hand to cover it. That gives them a Texas ratio of 3.49%, which is excellent. Okay, deposit growth, let's take a look at that. In the past year, its total non-broker deposits, it's increased total non-broker deposits by 24.45 billion, resulting in 16% growth for the year. That is that's pretty good. And then capitalization, I think, is the third one we usually look at. Higher capitalization allows for a greater buffer when covering loans that may fail in the future, right? They have 226 billion in assets and 26 billion in equity, resulting in a capitalization level of 11.52, which is excellent. They actually get an A rating, and they have an A+ Texas ratio, A+ deposit growth. Texas ratio trend is a C+. All right, let's see. Lastly, you're gonna want to check out their reviews too. They got 2-star reviews. That's only based on 42 reviews on this site though. Okay, what do they got? 19,000 employees across 1,173 locations. I was gonna say they've got a good amount of locations. So maybe the reviews aren't that great, but seems like a really solid bank. I know of I think 3 or 4 people now in the community that have gotten it, because there's a few others that I didn't use in this example, but from a health rating standpoint, they look pretty good. What I'd love to hear from you is your data points down in the comments below if you've gotten Citizens Bank or you got something to add. On the personal side, we'll probably be covering that in a separate video, but this is the business side. I hope this helps you out, my friends. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye.
Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet. Right there. Okay, bye.
Monkey!